Welcome, everybody, to our monthly September 2nd meeting. If you can stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call. Mr. Lunar is not present. May I have a motion to accept the minutes of the August 12th meeting? Ms. Kelly, second. Mr. Hollenstein, all in favor? Thank you. At this point, I would like to welcome our new staff. When you hear your name, if you can please stand. Haley Troisi, speech and language therapist at the Kindergarten Center in West End. Rosina Fusillo, teacher at West End. Amanda Jester, literacy teacher at West End. Demi Obremski, teacher at Marion Street. Alyssa Smith, band teacher at Marion Street. Nicole Wolf, special education teacher at Marion Street. Emily Simone, special education teacher at Marion and Waverly Park. Kayla DePaulo, long-term sub for the year at Marion Street. Daniela Valentino, long-term sub for the year at Marion Street. Caroline Montgomery, teacher at Waverly Park. Cadence He, earth science teacher at North. Kelly LaRosa, English teacher at South. Arden Goldberg, special education teacher at the high school. Megan McCarthy, physical education and health teacher at the high school. And Joseph Wydell, special education teacher at the high school. We would like to give you all a warm welcome. We wish you so much success as you begin your career at the Lynbrook Public Schools. And if you want to go home, I'm sure you're exhausted from the first day. You can. You're really allowed. It's okay. There's no judgment.
Can I just add, though, I'm going to put in, we spent a great week with them last week at New Teacher Orientation, and I can tell you this is such a nice group of teachers, and they're really smart. They know stuff about education, which is really, we had just such quality discussion. I really had a great time. So I thank you guys for a great week, and welcome.
Moving on to report from trustees, the policy committee. It's the second reading and adoption of 1500R, which is the public use of facilities regulation. And the reason we have updated this to include the restriction of motorized mobility devices, including e-bikes, electric scooters, electric skateboards, mini and dirt bikes, and similar devices on school grounds. May I have a motion to waive the second reading of this regulation? Mr. Cullen, second. Ms. Aragona, all in favor? I keep looking to my right, but there's no one voting to my right today. Okay, so this regulation will be adopted as part of the consent agenda. Building inspections. Would anybody like to speak?
Thank you, Mrs. Janino. So back on August 25th, many thanks to Mr. Press and to Mr. Seda for organizing a bus for the trustees to go to all 7 buildings in the same day so that we could discuss as we were in transit. It was really a lot of fun. The big bus, a little bit much. We could have gone with the smaller, but that's okay. The buildings look fantastic. And thank you to our head custodians and their staff at each building. From West End, which was just a hotbed of construction, they were still down to that last week getting things done. We had North Middle School Waverly Park, Marion Street, South Middle School, which has a lot of the larger construction projects going, particularly with the new track field. Can I ask Mr. Cullen to talk about high school and Casey? Or ask one of my fellow board members to take up on, I had to pop off at, when we went to the Casey.
Well, kindergarten center was, and the high school. I mean, there wasn't a lot of major well, the high school, the major projects were the roof, and that looked great, and the repointing of the brick, and I mean, it really came together really well. In KC, there wasn't too many projects going on, but it looked, beautiful as usual. Like the staff there, they really take pride in just like, I mean, you could see yourselves in the floors, and it just really, just an excellent job to Mr. Sada's crew and everyone else. The contractors went through, like, with Miss Kelly said at West End, they redid all the floors, like the whole place, and it looked great for what I peeked at. So, and also the track, like it's basically it's a project that's been coming for a very long time, and it's almost there. Like it looks really good now, and then when the top layer of the track is done, it's going to look fantastic. But I mean, just altogether, when they were talking about doing the floors in the school, I was like, well, that's not going to be done by the end of the beginning of the school year. But it really looked good.
Thank you. And I just, as someone who works in schools and knowing that our schools are in use during the summer, the turnaround time and just like the floor in here, how you can see your reflection, our buildings just look unbelievable. And, thank you to everybody involved, from the teachers, the custodial staff, Mr. Sada, the PTA who pitches in, and, everybody takes real pride in their classrooms and the buildings, and it really shows. So thank you. At our July reorg meeting, the board volunteered to be on the following committees. For the audit committee, we have Mrs. Kelly, Mr. Hollenstein, and Mr. Murray. For the policy committee, Mr. Lunar, Ms. Zaragona, and myself. For facilities, Mr. Lunar, Mr. Murray, and myself. For the BOCES budget representative, Mr. Cullen. Shared decision-making liaison will be myself. Legislative rep will be Mrs. Kelly. The PTA liaison will be Ms. Zaragona. I will be the adult ed advisor. At this time, do you have anything for PTA, Zaragona?
So the third annual Fly with the Owls Scholarship 5K and Fun Run will be held on Sunday, October 25th. It starts at North Middle School. 8 a.m. is the fun run, 8:30 is the 5K. All are welcome to participate. Sponsorship opportunities are also available. All proceeds go to support scholarships for our seniors. Registration is open on the Elite Feats website. Also, PTA Council has invited us to meet with them before our next meeting, so we will be meeting with them October 14th.
Thank you. Now I'm going to turn it over to our student board member, James Pisano.
Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone had a nice first day back to school. Tonight I want to give a brief overview of our summer programs. This summer, 80 students participated in the Extended School Year program, which helps students maintain important academic development skills during the summer months. Lynbrook also wrapped up another successful year of summer playground. The program welcomes 631 students across Marion Street and North Middle School, with more than 100 student volunteers who help support the program. Another program that provides important opportunity for students over the summer is the Summer ENL program. This program was organized into 3 grade level groups, which allowed instruction to be tailored to students' developmental, linguistic, and academic needs. Camp Invention also returned this summer, providing students with engaging, hands-on STEM summer experience. Next, the Summer Brain Boost program serves 75 students across both locations with 52 students enrolled at Marion Street and 23 at North Middle School. Students participated in engaging academic activities designed to maintain and strengthen skills throughout the summer. Finally, 41 high school students enrolled in the Lynbrook Summer School, taking courses including geometry, algebra, biology, earth and space, social studies, English, and physical education. Overall, there have been countless opportunities for students across the district to stay engaged, continue learning, and have a productive and beneficial summer. I'm looking forward to this year providing updates at each Board of Ed meeting this year. I had the opportunity to attend training for my position this summer hosted by BOCES. Day one consisted of various outdoor team building challenges where the activities exercised problem solving and collaboration skills. Day two was a deep dive into the responsibilities of a school board. School governance, budgeting, and ethics were explored through interactive simulations and mock board exercises. This program gave me a better understanding of the Board of Education and fully broke down my responsibilities as an ex officio board member. Finally, I know we just returned today, but I think I speak for my fellow students in saying we look forward to the long weekend coming up, and I hope everyone has a great Labor Day. Thank you.
I just wanted to add one thing because you were talking about the summer programs. The college boot camp that we did over the summer, I have seniors now, and my kids totally utilized it. I don't know how long it's been going on. I thought it was great. So thank you to the English department and the guidance department because I think it was the Aragonas, we utilized it. Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Lynch, I'm going to turn it over to you for old business.
Thank you, Mrs. Danino. As you know, the voters of Lynbrook authorized the purchase of a piece of property right outside there from the village of Lynbrook. Right now, we're in a confidential negotiation process with the village, so I can't say a lot other than I think it is moving in a great direction, and I hope to have some news shortly.
Thank you. For new business, by now you've received a Parent Square message from Dr. Lynch announcing his retirement at the end of the school year. And while we have the privilege of continuing to work with Dr. Lynch throughout the school year, tonight we will formally accept his resignation for the purpose of retirement. I guess I have to. This action provides an opportunity to recognize his remarkable service to the Lynbrook Public Schools for the past 3 years as superintendent and throughout his 14 years in district leadership prior to that. Dr. Lynch has demonstrated an unwavering commitment to our students, staff, families, and community. Under his leadership, Lynbrook has continued to advance academic excellence while embracing innovation and a vision for the future. Most notably, Dr. Lynch led the development of the district's profile of the OWL, helping to define the skills, character traits, and values that will guide and inspire our students for years to come. We are deeply grateful for Dr. Lynch's dedication, leadership, and service. His impact on this district will be felt long after his retirement, and we look forward to celebrating his many contributions throughout this coming year. And as we begin the process of identifying Lynbrook's next superintendent, the board is committed to conducting a thorough and transparent search and will keep our community informed, involved, and engaged every step of the way. Dr. Lynch, thank you for your extraordinary commitment to the Lynbrook Public Schools. We wish you and your family the very best in the years ahead. And at this time, I want to give board members, before I read the formal resolution.
Dr. Lynch, I have known you for many years. I've worked alongside with you in different capacities, first as a parent, then as a PTA person, and now as a Board of Education trustee. I think the one thing that is really great about you is throughout all of these years, you've always been very genuine and very kind. You're very, very approachable and visible, and I think that's really great for parents. And I think you've made transparency very important to you. You've had tough conversations with people, and you will be missed, but I'm excited for you to start your next chapter.
It's kind of hard to encapsulate in just a few words what Dr. Lynch has meant to the district. You can see it up here on the dais. Even from the time he was our business official, he always has a smile, and he leads with joy. And I think that joy is what he's contributed to the culture here in Lynbrook over the last many years that he's been here. While his official role prior to being superintendent was a bean counter, he never just counted beans, he always counted the kids first. And he made his decisions through that lens, and at the same time was able to keep Lynbrook in one of the best fiscal orders of any district around. So, his legacy will also live on in the fact that we can continue to provide the programs that we do, because he made those long-term decisions to keep us solvent and ready, because he was always thinking about the kids. And so I think that is really the legacy, is every decision you've made has been through the lens of what's best for the kids of Lynbrook. And certainly whoever replaces you, that's the bare minimum that they're going to have to offer us. So.
And to continue on that same vein, your superpower, Dr. Lynch, is not in your ability to manipulate time, which you must be able to do, because anything I go to, you're also there. Your superpower is in how you make people feel in every interaction. You likely don't remember the first time we spoke. It was more than 15 years ago. I do. I was having a difficult time with a technology issue for one of my children before you were in your role in the finance office. I don't remember the specifics of the situation, but I do remember that you made me feel heard, valued, and wholly supported. The same has been true for all of my time as a parent, and now my time as a Board of Education trustee. And I would hazard a guess that there are legions of individuals who would agree wholeheartedly with that assessment. I'd also like to use your own metaphor from the 2024 commencement speech, right back at you. Imagine your career as a roller coaster. As you climb this final peak, I hope that each clank of the chain brings forth a beloved memory from your time here at Lynbrook, rather than a feeling of trepidation. Know that your positive influence extends far beyond the individuals that you've collaborated with, mentored, and inspired, but truly you've made the life of every owl better. Thank you. Oh, but enjoy this last stretch. We're not done. We have 10 months, and I can't wait to see what we accomplish in those 10 months.
It's hard to say what hasn't really already been said, but to kind of touch on what Ms. Kelly said, that no matter what Lynbrook threw at you as far as events and sporting and music, and you were at everything. I mean, there was not an event. I mean, I was at more music than sporting, but there was not an event that you were not there and you were not in the front row, clapping and, urging them on. So, and just on a personal note, getting to know you in the time that I've been on the board has been one of the greatest pleasures of my life. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Dr. Lynch, we've only worked together for the past couple of months since I've been on the board, but you could just tell how much passion you have for this district, the students, and the community. Your smile and attitude in meetings are infectious, and it just drives us all to be the best we can for the community in inspiring the leadership that you have. So even though it's been short, you set the bar high, and the next superintendent has big shoes to fill. And you'll be missed, and enjoy the time you'll be traveling with your wife and going to concerts.
All right, I feel like I'm gonna be a little repetitive here, but Mr. Lynch, really thank you for just always being so compassionate, always making sure that I'm good. You've emailed me so many times, just making sure I know what I'm doing, making sure I feel comfortable. I just want to thank you for your kindness and always being there for the students, and just thank you.
That was the best one. I hate to tell you.
I just want to say a few words also. As has already been said, the impact of how you make people feel throughout the district is really something that is, something I can feel of just, as a parent in the district. When I went to Superintendent's Conference Day this past week. I was fortunate enough to have off, and I came to take part and listen to Dr. Lynch speak. And I would lie if I said I didn't tear up when he made the announcement. It was so clear that day to see how deeply respected you are. You're appreciated, you're loved, and that kind of response that you got from the standing ovation speaks volumes about the type of leader that you are. You have really set the standards so high, it is going to be very difficult to find someone who's so kind and dedicated and has a genuine care for the Lynbrook community. And it's something, that we won't ever forget. So we hope you enjoy your retirement, but, now I have to read the resolution. Okay, so whereas Dr. Paul Lynch has announced his intention to retire as superintendent of the Lynbrook Public Schools effective June 30th, 2027, concluding 18 years of distinguished service to the students, staff, families, and community of Lynbrook, and whereas Dr. Lynch joined the Lynbrook Public Schools in September 2009 and served 4 years as Director of Communications, Technology, and Library Media Services, subsequently served for 10 years as Assistant Superintendent for Finance, Operations, and Information Systems, and has been Superintendent of Schools since July 2023, leading at every step with transparency, empathy, and ethical stewardship. And whereas Dr. Lynch's principled leadership strengthened the district's fiscal and operational foundation, including his oversight of the successful completion of a $33 million bond project. His unbroken streak of being awarded certificates of excellence in financial reporting from ASBO International and the Government Finance Officers Association, and his cultivation of enduring relationships among the Board of Education, staff, students, families, and community. And whereas Dr. Lynch helped articulate the spirit and the soul of the Lynbrook Public Schools through the enduring themes of #OwlProud, representing our tradition and shared identity, Owl Learns, representing our mission and commitment to continuous growth, and Owl Cares, representing the soul of our district and our moral responsibility to care for every child and for one another. And whereas, through his compassionate words and actions, Dr. Lynch modeled that care is more than kindness, that it requires active participation in the growth of others, and that every student, every family, and every staff member has a place within the Lynbrook community because we are all owls. And whereas Dr. Lynch conceived and launched the Profile of the Owl, engaging the school community in defining what Lynbrook graduates should know, be able to do, and be like, and establishing a lasting framework for curriculum, instruction, professional learning, student experiences, and the development of thoughtful, capable, caring, and ethical human beings. And whereas Dr. Lynch's leadership advanced other important district priorities, including a comprehensive, multi-tiered system of support framework, strategic communications, shared decision-making, professional growth, and thoughtful technology use. And whereas Dr. Lynch transformed the owl from the district's mascot into a shared identity and taught an entire community what it means to be owl proud, to keep learning, and above all, to care. And whereas the Board of Education recognizes that Dr. Lynch's legacy will endure not only in the programs he developed, the facilities he improved, the systems he strengthened, and the plans he advanced, but also in the culture of kindness, integrity, and humanity he instilled throughout the Lynbrook Public Schools. And be it further resolved that the Board of Education, on behalf of the students, staff, and entire Lynbrook community, extends to Dr. Lynch its deepest appreciation for his distinguished service, wise leadership, steadfast commitment to children, and enduring devotion to the Lynbrook Public Schools. And be it further resolved that the board wishes Dr. Lynch many happy, healthy, and fulfilling years with his wife Jean, his family, and his beloved cat Bailey, secure in the knowledge that he and his humane legacy will always remain part of the Lynbrook family and the long green and gold line stretching back to 1892. And now, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Education of the Lynbrook Union Free School District hereby accepts with profound gratitude and heartfelt appreciation the resignation of Dr. Paul Lynch for the purpose of retirement effective June 30th, 2027, and be it finally resolved in true Lynbrook fashion. The Lynbrook lead owl is a wide old scholar. If you treasure Dr. Lynch, stand up and holler.
So I get to say a couple of words?
Yes.
Oh, sure. Oh, there's no.
I don't think we've all checked the picture. All right. Ready? Closer. Excellent. Let me check that. Looks good to me, guys.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Dr. Lynch.
Well, I just want to thank the members of the board and everyone out in the audience. So, for once, I don't know what I'm going to say. I kind of have an idea of what I want to say. One of the things that I've been thinking about is that I think when you are kind of appointed superintendent a little older in life, you kind of know you're not going to be around for a very long time because the knees can only last so long. You talk about going to events. You don't want to be the person that doesn't go to events. You don't want to be a shadow of your former self. You want to be the person who always was the person that everyone knew. So I think coming to the role with that in mind, I knew you. I knew this community, and I really felt that the gift I could give to this community was to reflect you back to you. And that was my goal for the last 4 years. So it was to start with the profile of the owl to find out what you think your community is. And it was a great vision and is a great vision. So that's what everything has been about for the last 4 years. It has all been about the profile of the owl. I joked with the teachers the other day. I'm like, they're probably sick and want me to shut up about the profile of the owl. I'm never going to shut up about the profile of the owl. The world is becoming quickly moving. I sit with the PTA, I sit with parents, and it is almost pure terror I see in people's eyes sometimes at the pace that this world is moving with the advancement of artificial intelligence. And I've been telling our faculty the reason we have a profile of the owl is because the humans have to be in charge. And we have to make better humans. And they have to critically think, they have to feel, they have to volunteer, they have to have global citizenship, they have to understand real life skills, our 4 pillars. That's what it's been all about. And James, thank you so much for what you've spoken about, because one of the hardest things coming to administration is you stop having relationships. I remember Kirschenberg's back there. I remember I always tell him the day I hated him because he was walking down the hallway with me and the kids were like fist bumping him. And that used to be me as a teacher, and then they stopped doing that. So what you do is you channel all that energy in making it for all the children. And that has been my commitment for 4 years. It's going to be my commitment for the next year. We have work to do, gang. We have 180 days of my tenure left, and we have 3 goals that I'm going to talk about in a few moments. And the work cannot stop. And Lynbrook community, listen to me. This work cannot stop. This is a rare, rare community. I have always said to the parents, you do children well. You do children really well. These are the nicest, again, I always say they're knuckleheads. I think we all know that. They do knucklehead things because they're kids. But these are good kids that come from good families and a beautiful, wonderful community. Do not let that go. Fight every inch to keep this community as it is, because todos somos bujos. We're all owls. Everyone's an owl, and that's what happens in this community. Once you're at the table, bam, you're ours. And that's what I wish for you as I step off the stage. So I thank you all.
May I have a motion to accept the retirement resolution for Dr. Lynch? Mr. Murray, second. Mr. Hollenstein, all in favor? Thank you. So we hope to appoint a firm at our October 14th meeting, and the board values community input and will outline community engagement after the search firm is hired. The search process is going to be thorough, well-organized, and as transparent as appropriate, while respecting candidate confidentiality. We will give you regular updates throughout this process. And then I'm going to, before I go over to you, sorry, we moved things around a little. So we need a delegate for the New York State School Board Association annual meeting. So the board is entitled to have a rep participate in the New York State School Board Association's annual meeting and vote on their proposed resolutions and bylaw amendments. This meeting is October 15th. Would anyone like to volunteer? Thank you, Ms. Kelly. Dr. Lynch, I'm going to turn it over to you now.
Thank you, Mrs. Danino. So the board tonight is going to be adopting the goals for the 26-27 school year. So I'd like to just kind of go through them. So goal 1 is going to be the evaluation of the profile of the owl. So we began this process in 2023 with our partners at Malloy University, who came in and did all that listing for the community. They're coming back, and they're going to take a look to see how is it permeating the culture of our district. Is it being understood? Are kids able to talk about it? Are teachers going to be able to talk about it? Because that's the lasting work of the profile, is that it changes culture and it becomes transformative. So I kind of hope we have some good findings when it comes there, but if any finding is a good finding, because then we're going to also know where we need to improve. The second goal is the continued integration of the profile of the owl. At Superintendent's Conference Day, when we sat down and we looked at the teachers of the amazing work that has been done over the last 3 years of weaving the profile into curriculum and instruction, a lot of work has happened. So that integration still has to continue. But we're also expanding it outside of the classroom, and we're going to put our mark on extracurricular activities, athletics. I'm very happy to say that Mr. Martellotti, standing in the back, has engaged Positive Coaching Alliance to get the values of the profile of the owl into our extracurricular life and athletics. That's going to naturally spill over into all our environments, so I'm really excited about that goal. I know the board is excited about that goal too. And then our final goal is reviewing our use of technology. So I told the teachers this the other day. Now is where you're going to get to hear that I'm an old man. I started teaching in 1987. So that's 40 years ago. And I was one of the first adopters of educational technology. I was an English teacher who believed that this computer thing could create more active learning and could get kids involved. At the other side of my career, I got some concerns, and my concerns surround screen time, the way that we could be zombifying kids, and we need to break them out of that I just invented that, Jerry. How do you like that? Zombification. we need to, and we need to get the real human interactions You should have seen the teachers when I said, I want you to put down computers and pick up pens and paper. They were like, they're so on board. Not saying that there's no place for computers. Kids have to be learned how to use it, but let's balance it out. And most importantly, the use of artificial intelligence is that it's, I did something the other day for Superintendent's Conference Day. I'll just share it with everyone. I asked Gemini to get me a quote. I don't know if you know, the Pope wrote an encyclical about artificial intelligence. So I asked Gemini, can you please give me a quote from the Pope? Gemini didn't know who the Pope was. They told me the Pope was Pope Francis. It took me 15 minutes. You were there when I did it. It took me 15 minutes to get through that, to get the thing to understand that Francis was dead over a year ago. And it kept saying to me, oh, you're mistaken. No, you're mistaken. I did a screenshot of the Vatican website and said, here's the new Pope. And they're like, no, that's Robert Provost dressed up like the Pope. That's scary. So we need better humans, and that's what we're going to be about. So that's kind of the goal. So that's where we're going. And yes, and the goal 4 is the board has to find a new superintendent. I understand they got to do some work. So that's
Right, and we will be interviewing prospective firms
boo.
on September 23rd during executive session. So at this time,
I think it's still.
I need to have, if any board members have any comments on these goals. Okay. May I have a motion to approve the 2026-2027 board goals? Ms. Kelly, second. Mr. Cullen, all in favor? Thank you.
Okay, now it's my superintendent's report. So just a quick word about Superintendent's Conference Day. We had a really great day. Just so you know how we've transformed professional development here is what we are having teachers kind of lead their own professional learning in lines with the profile of the OWL, where we've done so they were getting together in their professional learning communities. They were getting involved in more of that multi-tier system of support. A lot of really good work happening by your teachers. So a really good couple of days here. I do want to point out that I had a really good time. This was kind of Superintendent's Conference Day. Thank you, Mrs. Curran and Mrs. Segley. We had a read aloud at the end of the first day with the kindergartners and the first graders, and I got to do voices, and we had what a great day it was. We had 60 kids come out on a rainy night, and we had a little picnic inside the KC gym. And Mrs. Postman read. She was awesome. So that was great. So I thank you for all of that. I know the high school PTA and the high school parents may know this already, but Emergency Evacuation Day is going to be October the 9th. We're doing something a little different this year. So most of the schools are just going to have a normal, regular, rapid dismissal that they had all those years and not do full-on reunification. What we're doing, and this is a horror thought of why we would ever be doing this, but we need to practice what it would be like to reunify kids off-site because we've had a tragedy here at one of our buildings. So we are going to, I think, Mr. Sarosi, we're going to put a bunch of kids on a bus, take them to St. Raymond's on the 9th, and we're going to do dismissal from there. We need a lot of parent help on that one, so we can see the kinks, so that we're not doing it for the first time when there's a tragedy, that we can practice it and see what it looks like. So I'm excited and scared, and I think, Mr. Sarosi, you're excited and scared about it too, but I think we know it's the right thing to do. So that's going to be a great learning experience. And I'm going to put it over to Mr. Press for food service.
Good evening, everyone. We just wanted to give a food service update. Today was day 1, so I don't really have a lot to share on that front. But we are starting year 2 of universal free meals. And while the program will operate in largely the same way, there are some important changes that I did want to let you know about. So there is no longer the free and reduced application form that everyone has gotten used to seeing, filling out, and submitting over the years is no longer necessary because all of the meals are free. However, there is, in place of the free and reduced form, is a household income eligibility form. And we do encourage families to fill that out and submit that. There are benefits to doing that you may benefit from by filling out that form. It's other than the free meals, which everyone will get. you may be able to get some assistance on college application fees, scope fees, summer playground fees, et cetera. So we do encourage families to complete that form and to submit that to the district. Additionally, we just wanted to really put a focus on the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP. There are many families that may qualify for help buying groceries through the SNAP program. SNAP provides monthly benefits on an EBT card that can be used to purchase food at participating stores. Eligibility is based on household size, income, and certain expenses. So many families may qualify, many working families may qualify. Again, there's information on our website about all these programs, all this information. There are links to the application form for SNAP, for the household eligibility, the household income eligibility form as well. So please do look at that information on our site if you feel it may benefit you.
Mr. Press and Dr. Berman, the before and after school program.
Thank you, Dr. Lynch. So the district had partnered with Scope Child Services to provide before and after school child care programs for our families at the kindergarten center and 3 elementary schools. So we're excited to begin this new partnership this year and to continue to offer this service to all of our families, or we wanted to do as many families as possible. This summer was very busy for Scope, trying to organize their program. They wanted to make sure that they had everything operational for today, which they did. They had to go through licensing with the Office of Children and Family Services. They had to take care of registration, hiring and training staff, preparing each school site with all of the necessary materials, getting their structures in place. So a lot took place in a short window of time. As part of the licensing process, the spaces that are provided by the district at each school have to be reviewed and approved. OCFS establishes a maximum occupancy rate for each building or each site based on the space that we as a district that provide to them. The approved capacities are consistent with Right at School, which is the prior program that we had here. We utilize gyms, cafeteria space, library, band room, depending on what space was available in each building. And we had a slight increase in some space in some of the locations, including the KC and West End. Registration began in late June, and families who registered early in the summer immediately were able to secure a spot in the programs. There were families that had registered at the end of July and through the month of August, and they were placed, unfortunately, on wait lists. But the enrollment numbers, the capacities at each of our buildings are pretty similar to what we had with the prior program. Scope is continuing to monitor the enrollment and is continuing to review the wait lists. What we anticipate happening is that the families were very excited to hear about the Scope program coming to the district. We see an increased need in the community. The number of families that are looking to have their children included in this program has increased, but the space availability is pretty similar to what we originally had. So what does that mean for us as a district? Because we have wait listed every one of our sites. So we need to go back to the buildings to be able to see what other space is available to be able to help support our families, understanding that there is this need for our families to be able to have this support for their children. So we will be going back to the buildings to look for additional space. That will take at least a month for licensing to be able to come up with those new numbers. But that's one way that we're looking to help the families. The other is that we think that families were so excited to join and register for the program, they wanted to make sure they had a spot. And in having a spot, they booked a whole week. Some of the families don't need the entire week. Some families may only need 3 days. So over the next couple of weeks, as the attendance becomes a little bit more solidified, additional spots will become available, separate from the space that we're hoping to be able to provide to the program. So information is still available on the district website about Scope, to be able to get the word out there, but we'll do our part to be able to go back to the drawing board and see how we can get more space to be able to help support our families.
Thank you
Just
so
had
much.
a question there. Dr. Berman, would it be fair to say that the reason there is a wait list is purely a health and safety mandate that we're trying to meet, that we can't have more children in the program? We understand families are frustrated, but to put more in now would create an unsafe condition, so we're working to create safe conditions to allow more families.
That's exactly it, yes.
And Dr. Berman, if I made to add to what Mr. Murray said, my understanding too is that the number of spots available stayed fairly constant. It was the demand that went up?
Demand has increased.
Okay, thank you.
And Dr. Belekas about curriculum and PD.
Thank you, Dr. Lynch. This evening, I'm pleased to present the Lynbrook Union Free School District 2627 Professional Development Plan. This is a result of a year-long collaborative review and revision process conducted by our Professional Development Committee. The committee met throughout last school year to identify opportunities to strengthen professional learning across the district. The revised plan continues to align all professional development efforts with the profile of the OWL, ensuring that professional learning directly supports the skills and competencies we seek to develop within our students. Elementary initiatives will focus on continued implementation of the writing revolution, the introduction of elementary PLC structures, and the development of learning environments that foster communication, collaboration, creativity, and independence. At the secondary level, the plan refines the district's PLC model by aligning each PLC topic with one of the 4 pillars of the profile of the OWL. Throughout the year, professional learning opportunities will remain focused on strengthening instruction, supporting student well-being, promoting collaboration, and building staff capacity. The Lynbrook Teacher Center will continue to serve as an important partner by providing resources, facilitator support, and training opportunities for PLCs and other professional learning initiatives. Ultimately, this plan reflects the district's commitment to continuous improvement and to ensuring that every professional learning experience contributes to meaningful outcomes for students. I'd like to thank all of the members of the Professional Development Committee for their time, expertise, thoughtful contributions, and dedication to advancing teaching and learning throughout the Lynbrook Public Schools. Thank you.
Thank you. And Mr. Press, Capital Projects.
So there was a lot going on. I've been saying that every month when I've been updating on the capital projects. The fact that we were able to open West End for school today, huge testament to Mr. Seda, his team, Mr. Irizarry at West End, and a lot of other, and his team as well. That place was a big hot mess this summer. Really, it was. There was so much going on. All the hallways have got new tile. There's some classrooms that got new tile floors. 3 bathrooms were renovated, student bathrooms. Faculty bathroom space was created, new bathroom space. We needed that because as the continuum moved to West End for special ed, there's more staff in that building. They put in a new PA system. It's not fully functional yet. Huge thank you to our IT director, Stephanie Couchet, for overseeing that and dealing with the frustrations of contractors who promise and maybe don't always deliver. But there are new PA speakers with clocks on them in all of the classrooms. This is all happening at the same time. There are companies in there wiring the entire building, installing these PA system clocks. We're still short some hallway clocks, some exterior speakers, and a head end to operate the system. But in due time, it will be nice. It looks really, really nice. We installed a black circular asphalt, a circle of black asphalt in the back, so the kids can be creative and use that for whatever they want to use it for. But the reality is there will be a gaga pit put on that in due time. The oil tank has been replaced there. Maybe not everyone can appreciate that. I thought it was beautifully done. It was a nice job by the team when you saw what they dug up and what it looked like. And again, you just come back, if you went away for the summer and you came back, you just see that, there's an asphalt, back, there's just asphalt back there and there's an oil tank, but you didn't see what came out and what they had to do in putting in new dry wells. And the fact that that was done, and it's a great job all around. The outdoor classroom work was on a little bit of a delay. That will get done. But we've been short a couple of grounds guys, so that didn't get done over the summer, but that will get done. North Middle, they created from whole cloth a new science classroom, so that's been done. Again, that was a room that was largely gutted and rebuilt in the span of 2 months and converted from a regular classroom into a state-of-the-art science classroom. The track at South Middle, as was mentioned, that one, the previous material was removed, replaced by asphalt, which is now curing, and the new surface should go down on that by the end of the month. I know our athletic director approved the markings on the track today, so things are moving in the right direction. Here at the high school, the roof was replaced. You'd think you really couldn't see that work, but actually you can if you go up and down the right staircases here. What I'm hearing is there are far fewer leaks than we've had here in the past. Mr. Sorosi's nodding a little bit, which is obviously the intent. There's some masonry work that is still going on there that should be completed soon. Marion Street also had some work done down there. The old bushes, if you've been down there today, you've seen that the old bushes around the front of the building have been removed. There's some nice Belgian block planting areas that have been installed. Some irrigation has been installed. Again, we're down a few grounds, guys, so there will be plantings that will go in there in due time. There are the mazes, we're calling them mazes, on the entrance to the turf field. The intent there was to try to keep off some of the people, probably mostly kids, bringing their e-bikes onto the turf, which was damaging the turf. So we're going to put some of those in at South as well, around the track. And at Marion Street, new end zone fencing was installed to replace the old fencing that was kind of beat up and damaged. So as I said earlier, a big thank you to Mr. Seda and his team for getting every building in the district, all this work done, and the building's ready to open today.
Thank you, Mr. Press. Yeah, there was one day during the summer where I always ride the buildings during the summer, and I went to walk into West End, and I was scared. I just didn't go in because it was just like guys pushing stuff out. So it does. So I have to say, so I was able to visit all 3 elementary schools today and KC for opening. Our 200-year-old, we have 2 buildings that are 100 years old, as well as some that are older. They look fabulous. They really do. They look fabulous. Marion Street turns 100 this year. West End did last year. So thanks for all the work. And now the announcement you've all been waiting for. We are live on Instagram starting today. So you go to @Lynbrook Public Schools. You can obviously tell I have no clue what I am talking about here, but there's like a little @ symbol, and it's but and the first video is of the little one showing up for the first day of kindergarten today. We had what a great day we had today. They are just absolutely adorable. I promised the parents things were going to be okay. A lot of first-time parents, letting go of a 5-year-old for the first time. So it was an interesting day, but. So check out, follow us, like us, whatever you do. Jello, you're gonna do okay. Thank you, Dave. Okay, I want to make sure. Thank you. It's good. And the bathrooms are okay at West End. I just want to. Okay, good. All right, and back to you.
You're up to 51 followers, by the way.
Woo-hoo. Wow, that's pretty good for 5
That's nice.
hours. Oh, and Andrew, thank you. Andrew Garcia did it all together. Well done.
I'd like to open the microphone now for public comment. Please come up and state your name. Seeing no one at the microphone, we're going to move on for a sympathy resolution. Mr. Murray?
Whereas the members of the Board of Education of the Lynbrook Union Free School District have learned with sorrow of the passing of Paul Carnival, former employee in the Lynbrook School District, and whereas Paul Carnival served as cleaner at South Middle School and head custodian at Marion Street School for 6 years from 1986 through 1992. And whereas the Board of Education is mindful of the contributions made to our district by Mr. Carnival during his years of service to our community, be it resolved that the Board of Education records its sorrow, its sympathy, and the esteem in which Mr. Carnival was held, and be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be sent to the family of Paul Carnival with the hope that they will find solace and comfort in the rich heritage of good works for which he is remembered and revered.
At this time, I'd like to ask for consent agenda on resolutions 2609C1 through C10, 2609NC1 through NC18, 2609G1 through G26. May I have a motion, please? Ms. Zaragona, second. Mr. Hollenstein, all in favor? May I have a motion to accept the consent agenda? Mr. Cullen, second. Mrs. Kelly, all in favor? There will be a work session on September 23rd, and our next regular meeting is October 14th. We wish everybody a wonderful, successful school year, and I would like to ask for a motion to adjourn. Ms. Zaragona, second. Ms. Kelly, all in favor? Thank you. Have a great night, everybody.